So Tesla just came out with their Q3 numbers. I wanted to talk about that really quickly. I'm still waiting on the autopilot, right? We're still waiting on, I actually don't have the newest app. It doesn't come up on Android. So now, if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam. For those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. Tesla just released their Q3 numbers for production and delivery. Production, 237,000 for the quarter. They sold 241,000. Amazing, absolutely amazing, especially when you put this into context relative to legacy. GM, US auto sales dropped by over 30%. So you have Tesla sequentially, meaning Q2 to Q3, increasing delivery and production numbers by 20% year over year, meaning Q3 2021 compared to Q3 2020. Tesla increased sales by 70, or I'm sorry, production. There's a difference between sales numbers and production numbers because ASPs will change, which is the average selling price. Tesla increased their production by 70% plus. We are literally watching the demise of legacy auto right in front of our face. I'm from this city in upstate New York called Rochester. Rochester, New York, at one point had the population is probably 150,000 to 250,000. Similar size to like Cleveland or something like that, Ohio, or Buffalo, New York, or Syracuse, New York. At one point, most of 60,000 employees all worked for Kodak. They used to make cameras and film. Kodak actually was the first company to come out with develop or figure out the digital camera. And they didn't do anything. Several years later, they went bankrupt. We are literally watching the demise of legacy auto. This is going to be astonishingly quick because of the supply chain issues, we'll call them. If you look up port delays or shipping container delays or whatnot, we'll have some more information on that in future videos, but there's all sorts of delays from shipping things, and this is happening. It's a little more complex than some people realize or like purport it to be online, because you have the pandemic, right, where this created this genetically modified virus that was funded by US taxpayers to be transmissible from animals to humans, creates this disruption in the supply chain. And that disruption in the supply chain causes behavioral changes in consumers. You have all these consumers that were like going to a job, and now they're not going to a job. What they're doing, well, a lot of them are sitting at home and working from home. So this does two things, right? We have it on the demand side of things for products and whatnot, and then we have it on the supply side of things. So on the demand side, what happens? Consumers are sitting at home. They want to upgrade their computers, their electronics, and a lot of other types of things like that to work from home. Where does that shit get made? Or any of the fucking shit that people buy online? Well, it's not in the US. It's abroad. So you have an increased demand coming into the ports, while at the same time you have consumers' behavior changing. So they're not supplying labor to the market, and that's because of fucking really ridiculous government policy, as well as consumers' preferences are changing. Who the fuck wants to go work for somebody else when you can go do it yourself? Right? It's a lot more work. It's a lot more responsibility, but freedom is way better. I quit working for another company about 2 years ago, working in banking. Way better, way better. So these is what Tesla's dealing with, and they're still able to increase their delivery and production numbers by 20% roughly. This is astonishing. The chip shortage, that's going to be interesting to see how that irons out. Obviously, the increased flexibility and adaptability from Tesla is coming through at this point. Super Cruise, which is the wannabe version of autopilot, like it's like the little toddler child or whatever that doesn't know what it's doing, right? Trying to play basketball with adults, and compared to autopilot at least, right? And they're canceling that on their Escalades because of the chip shortage. You have Chrysler and Ford also having, Ford has trucks just sitting out there because they don't have chips in them. So we're seeing this impact on supply that was caused by this pandemic. And the pandemic increased the value of flexibility and adaptability. Prior to, right, the value of flexibility and adaptability in the marketplace, say it was X. Now it's X times 1.2, 1.6, 2.7, whatever that number is. The marketplace today is more chaotic than it was 24 months ago, which means that you need to be able to be flexible and adaptable in this current marketplace. And these other legacy autos are not at all whatsoever. So when we look at Tesla's numbers, some interesting things going forward for Q4, Tesla Austin, Tesla Berlin, those, nothing's in there yet. Meaning this is going to be a super interesting finish for the quarter for Q4, because we've got all these other issues. Some of these issues may potentially be ironed out slightly or eased for the companies that are flexible and adaptable and move the speed. Speed is another one. Flexibility increased in value, adaptability increased in value, and speed is one thing that increased in value that these other companies don't have any fucking clue about. But I just wanted to get on here and make a quick video about this. Q4 is going to be a fucking blowout quarter. I'm curious to see what the financials will be in a couple of weeks when they drop. I will be implementing some longer term option strategies using Leaps. So if you want to catch those videos when they come out, make sure you press that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Instagram, press the follow button. Appreciate you guys. Peace.